another video. Don't worry, I will be getting to the finale for Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. But that is not this video. This video is, as the description and the title of the video says, an apology to the greatest girl I used to know, named Julie Sanchez. She no longer goes by that. It's now Julie Ratliff, because she, after I hurt her when we were younger, because I was stupid, she found a new guy, and they got married and had kids, and I don't know if they're still together. I could at least hope they are. I mean, because I want to see her happy. But, this is a video for her. She'll probably be super peed off at me for making it. Putting our business out there for everybody to hear. And I've tried apologizing many times. And every single time that I've tried, she's blocked me for it. And I mean, I understand why, but I don't want it to be one of those things where I didn't try, you know? So before I fully get into this, I don't really know where I'd put the video. I mean, 'cause what's the background? It would go into like movies and TV shows that I talk about that they canceled and stuff, but it's not one of those videos. So do I just create a whole new folder for it? You know, I might as well. I mean, it's what it's supposed to be, right? Set it to public for anybody to see. Create, there we go. Alright, that's done. Let me make sure the video's working. I can hear it at least. Alright, that's done. Yes, okay, it sounds like it's working. Alright. When I was younger, this girl gave me everything. She practically took me in. She, like when her and her family needed somebody to house sit their dogs while they went out of town, I was that person. And anytime I would house sit to watch the dogs, they would give me money for pizza to feed myself. She was just one of those amazing girls that I didn't realize at the time that meant everything to me, you know. I mean, like, when I say she gave me everything, she gave me everything. She even, like, took me to her grandma's house on Thanksgiving. She gave me something that I can't give her back, or give back to her. And when I finally grew up, some people say I haven't, but I mean, when you grow up, you think about everything that you've done in your life, and you regret every minute of it. Because a person who doesn't grow up, they don't think about the people around them. They don't think about the stuff that they did and how it affected others. When I grew up, everything that I've ever done, the people I've hurt, the people that I loved, flashed through my mind like I was about to die. Like how they say your life flashes before your eyes. That's what I had when it's like, it's hard to explain. I mean, I want to say I grew up, but it's not the right word. But thinking back, like, on what she gave me and how I treated her, I cried. And I mean, I rarely cry. I bawled my eyes out just because at that moment when I just fully thought about everything I put her through, you know, I realized that I didn't know what I had until it was gone. Like every girl I get with, I look for things that I don't even realize I'm looking for that she had. And I guess it's why my relationships don't work, because none of them are her. And none of them will be her, because, like I said, anytime I try to get a hold of her to apologize and try to mend anything that we used to have, or try to make something new with it, you know, because I don't care how long it takes. Like, if she wanted money, I would pay her money to earn back her forgiveness, just to be able to talk to her, see that beautiful smile one more time. You know, but I know, like I said, with this video being out here, it'll make her mad if she finds out, which, I mean, I told her in another Facebook message that I had to make a new account for, about the money, about if me making a video of an apology, if it would help. It probably won't. She probably won't even want the money. She'll probably just block me like she always does. And like I said, I understand. What I did was traumatizing. I mean, it was... And honestly, like, out of all the girls, like, when I was younger, I wanted to be a dad. I mean, I still do. Just haven't had no luck with it. But when I was younger, I wanted to be a dad. And out of the few girls that told me they were pregnant, you know, they didn't faze me. Like my ex Mary, who I was at that time switching between her and Julie, she told me she was pregnant. You know, I found out it wasn't mine. It was one of her ex-boyfriends. A girl named Sammy I used to date, who lived in another part of Ohio where we used to live. She told me she was pregnant, you know, and at that time, you know, my sister, she wanted to get pregnant before I got a girl pregnant. That child turned out not to be mine. But when Julie told me she was pregnant, it fazed me. Like, I became scared. And it was when I started making the biggest mistake I ever made. I broke up with her. I told her I need some space. And then the next day, I started hugging and holding onto my other ex, Mary, like I said. And Julie's mom had dropped her and her sister off in front of the school, and they were walking to the front door, and they both seen me hugging and holding onto Mary, and it broke her heart. She went into school, peed off. Her sister followed behind her, and then she came back out and she chewed me out, and then went back into the school. Her sister chewed me out. And then about a week or two later, maybe a couple days later, you know, as I was apologizing and everything for that forgiveness, which I can understand why I'm not getting any forgiveness now. She was on the verge the first time to give me forgiveness. And us being back together again at that time. And there was a friend of hers I had also liked during that time, and she was single, and she had secretly liked me, or so I was told. I don't know if it was a joke that Julie and her friend were playing on me, but then I was being told in the messages I was texting that she was going over to Julie's house to study or hang out, and I was trying to get her to come over to my house so we could hang out. And I broke everything, you know. I ruined everything. So like I said, I can understand why she probably doesn't want to forgive me. Try to mend anything with me, or allow me to mend anything with her. But like I said, I've tried countless times to apologize. And I don't blame her, you know, for not wanting to forgive me. But at least I'm trying to make up for what I did. Because she means the world to me. She really does. As I look back on her and the relationship we had now, I should have realized back then that she was my soulmate. Like, she was perfect, you know. She was everything I wanted. But like I said, she'll probably never get to hear this, and if she does, she'll probably tell me to take it down without even listening to it, you know. But for anybody who wants to listen, when I was younger, I was a bad child. I was from then to now, you know, like I said, I grew up. I don't get into trouble like I used to. I try to stay out of trouble, for that matter. But she loved me for me at that time, even with me being a troublemaker, you know. And if I could go back and change things, I would only go back to change how I treated her, not and how I hurt her. Not to go back and make it to where she didn't have her children that she's got with the guy she took his last name. You know, I wouldn't change that, because like I said, all I want to do is see her happy. And I mean, truth be told, maybe her happiness is not with me being in it. But I don't want to leave this earth with her hating me, you know? I don't deserve it. The forgiveness, I mean, I don't deserve it. But a part of me just wants to be able to show that I'm not the same guy I used to be. And I guess with all that being said, if she's no longer with that guy and somebody else does get with her, treat her like a queen, please, because that is what she is. She is, like I said, the greatest girl / woman that I've ever known. That I had a chance to be with. And ruined. So like I said, treat her good. Don't do what I did. Make her feel like she is the only girl in your world that makes you feel like you're on clouds. I mean, but with that being said, I'm gonna end this video. And I don't know if I'll make the finale today or just let this be the only video today to let it take effect of how I felt. But hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.